For the last part, I decided to head off to the Temple of Discipline first before going back to the other two towns. The Temple of Discipline is one of 3 order temples, and the Avatar needs the water from the Temple of Discipline specifically in order to potentially cure Gwenno. Since Gwenno was possessed by the Wantonness Bane, she needed the waters of discipline, so off I went to the frozen north. Thankfully, we had a serpent tooth leading us to this specific temple. Inside was a trapped altar that had to dodge around, and 2 buttons opened some doors nearby. We also saw a Bane jail that used to house the Bane of Wantonness as well, but we couldn't access it. This temple was where those automatons like Isanar back in Silver Seed were created, the ones that have their own will and all that, not the robotic ones. The whole process is that there's 2 platforms. One has an empty automaton husk, the other is for an organic being. Pressing the button transfers the human consciousness to the automaton, and the being now has to destroy his or hers human body in order for the transfer to be complete. Thankfully, that last part is not necessary, just the process leading up to it. The path to the Basin of Discipline is cruel. Acid bars the way. The Avatar had to go back and talk to Petra and Moonshade and swap bodies in order to gain access to the basin, as well as to go back. You could totally just heal your way through this, but this is a pretty neat thing to do. Unfortunately, Petra is not a permanent party member. She'll leave after a while, which is a shame. Everything worked though. The water of discipline worked on Gwenno, and she gave us more information on the prophecy and all that. Next, the temples of logic and ethicality. Hello guys, welcome back to some more Serpent, Part 2, Ultima VII. So, I haven't forgotten, but we got a water for Cantra, the water of discipline, but I tried it on her, and it turns out it doesn't work, and I can't even find her right now. Where is she? The deuce? She's not like sleeping or somewhere, is she? Is she in the library? Gwenno's right here behind the pillar for some reason. Interesting. Where's Cantra? This is weird. She's probably hiding behind a wall somewhere, but you know what? I guess whatever. Look around a little bit for her, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't work on her. I think she was possessed not by wantonness, but by insanity. Who knows, but the water does not work on her. I'm not sure if it's because of Exalt. We are using SI fixes, so something weird could be going on there. Or I could just have the wrong water. That's likely the case, but in today's part, we're going to go over to the Temple of Ethicality. I know exactly where it is. I have a map next to me. So let's go over to the Dark Path and continue onwards. I wanted to try out the water on her, but oh well. Let's put these in here, actually. We got 2 discipline now. You can probably guess why I have another one. Just in case, once we've expelled the Banes from our companions, hopefully they'll still be alive, and we can use the waters on them. I was going to try to keep that kind of shrouded, but I think it's kind of hard to do. It's probably obvious what we have to do with them after what happened to Gwenno, you know. It's currently 7 in the evening, so I'm gonna go to sleep for about 12 hours. Nighty night. And Boydon, try not to scare me when I wake up. I wish the automatons would wake you up, but it has to be Boydon. It's too bad. I guess they can stay rolled up. Ethicality is over here, by the way. Also wanted to mention, there's a little program out there called Shader Glass by someone named Mousimus. It is a... oh. This won't open. Okay. We're gonna have to find another way to the Temple of Ethicality, because we don't have the Serpent Teeth. I have 2 left. But Shader Glass, if you like CRT shaders, it can add shaders to any game, with the caveat that it actually adds a little bit of input lag. Just a bit. I feel like there's a little bit to it. It looks really good with this game, that's why I mentioned it. I tried out my other PC. There's many shaders. If you don't know what shaders are, they're just CRT shaders, basically. RetroArch has a lot of them. That's basically a port of RetroArch. With the caveat, though, like I said, that it adds input lag. Now, where do I go? Actually, let's go to Logic. Logic is right next to that gate. But yeah, it's a good program. Just adds a little bit of input lag. Probably not a big deal with a game like this. Input lag kind of bothers me a little bit if it's added like that. It's amazing how an overlay like that can add latency a little bit. Not that this game needs it, but it does look pretty neat. All right, 8:10 a.m. Logic is nearby. That was the logic gate. I also gotta put on these boots here. Otherwise, we'll freeze to death. I feel much warmer. Good. I like how they say that out loud. Imagine that, you're out there in the frozen north in real life and you start wearing warm clothes and you tell your guys, I feel much warmer. It's like, yeah, we know that's how warm gear works. Shut up, Voidbrand. Okay. Let's turn on the lights. This is very, very dark. That's likely a dead end. Logic is somewhere nearby. I don't think this is... I think this is the cave where it's at. Let's go up here. We didn't explore all of it, did we? Last time. My memory of Logic just isn't there right now. Oh look, ice golem. Or magical ice creature. At you. They are pretty durable. They had nothing on them. Oh well. This better not be an empty... No, it's not. Thankfully, there's a path up ahead. Nothing in his corpse. I gotta get in the habit of checking every corpse, just in case, even though you might know there's nothing in it. Oh, this is a bit of a maze. So you want to go north. North again. Oh, someone's been sleeping here? Oh, this is the wrong area? What the heck? They said north. Oh, of course there's a secret wall. An automaton. Is there another secret wall? No? Oh, what the heck? Guys, what the... This is a little lame. You think you're going the right way, but it's a secret wall to nothing. Unless I'm missing something. Let's go back. This way. I think we're getting closer. Where are we? Boy, I was gonna say we are lost. Let's go up here. It looks like a dead end. And we are lost. We can't use the map to look around. Corpses. Any stuff inside? No. They have been looted by the trolls. Trolls can really resist extreme cold. That's a nice little detail. Actually pretty clever. They just took the regular troll model in Ultima VII Black Gate. Put like a blue effect on them. Probably took no work to do, and it still worked out very well. Let's just make trolls immune to cold, you know? You guys are a little slow at killing, though the automatons don't do much damage. They do get experience, though, the automatons. It's kind of funny. You can see. Not that one. This one's level 3. I don't know if they can be trained, though. This one's also level 2. Anything in these corpses? No. No, no. Empty here. What the heck? I might be going the wrong way. Not sure. I'm not sure. Trolls! You may not know where the Temple of Logic is, would you? Guess not. Remember in the Black Gate, trolls heard a voice in their head, the Guardian? I wonder if the Guardian is messing with us right now. What the heck? They popped out of nowhere. That's funny. So I forgot to mention, there's actually many ways to, it's not linear at this point, actually. We can choose to go to the temples first, we can choose to go to the other two towns, Molitor and Fawn, and see what the Banes have done to those towns, respectively. But I'm gonna get the waters first, and then go after the Banes. Because considering what happened to Moonshade, I have kind of no hope on the people of Molitor and Fawn surviving. It's probably too late for them. And here will be a roadblock if we explored many parts ago, but this part, or this time, we got the Horn of the Guani. Which I, may have put away. That's okay. Well, shoot. Oh, boy. Okay, we're back here. Give me my stuff. Squawks, why didn't you tell me that I needed the Guani horn? Yep. I'll take that. Oh boy. I didn't walk all the way back here, of course. Well, that's a drag, isn't it? Oh well. I gotta walk all the way back, but thankfully you don't have to see me do that. Give me that. I'll put this here. There we go. There's probably more. No, that's all of them. Okay. Put this here. Give me the Dupre shield again. It looks like they got food in here too. Not like we're gonna eat it. Oh, backpack. With nothing inside it. Yeesh, put this stuff in here then. What kind of stuff is in here? We got a fur cap, fur boots, red cloak, leather armor, buckler. Oh, that's just a corpse. That's too heavy. That's also too heavy. Can I not grab that? Oops. What the heck? Okay. Hammer. Now those ice columns are basically supposed to be tombs. Did Guani put them in there? Interesting. Look, it's a heater shield or a door shield. A crested helm. Did I show off what this looks like? It looks silly. I'm not gonna wear that. Don't need to, I got magical armor. Ooh, a book. And nothing else, really. I'll read it. My journal by Dolfo. The magic gate hath not been easy to use. We had to search for the answer, and it was only after much trial and error that we were able to determine that the key is a sequence of 5 colors. Red directly precedes white, blue follows yellow, yellow directly follows red, yellow and white do not immediately follow one another. As heretofore, the access to the doors of the temple is blocked by a lock. Combination to this lock caused much commotion. Herein is my experience revealed to thee as it unfolded. Mark my words, for they will save thee much time. I write the letters in our alphabet, but substitute the serpent runic letters to make thine understanding plain. I cannot write those cursed snake shapes. The runes must be placed left to right on the floor below, before the brass doors. Any other placement will result in endless frustration. I tried W, O, B, and C. None of the runes were in the right position. I then tried C, B, W, and O. Again, none of the runes were in the correct position. I then tried the O rune in the first position, which was not where it belonged, and knew I could discern the puzzle. I'll take that, I guess. Put it right here. Am I missing any bodies, though? At all? It's probably all of them. Double check. I guess. Okay, that should be it, but if there's too many bodies in the way, they block your way. So, move them, I guess. Let's go this way. Oh. The book didn't mention anything about teleporters, I don't think. It did. Never mind. Alright, teleporters. Red precedes white, blue, yellow and blue. Then yellow to red. Yellow and white do not immediately follow one another. Okay, so I had to double check this online just so I don't mess this up and waste too much time recording this, but it's basically red. And you want yellow and blue. Then red and white. And we are here. And oh, lo and behold, of course, the book mentions another puzzle. Oh joy, oh goody, okay. See if I can do this on my own. There's no music. W, O, B, and C, none of the runes are in the right position. C, B, W, and O, they weren't in the correct position. And O is not supposed to be in the first position. It's W, it's O, B, and C. What it doesn't tell you, I don't think it tells you. It does tell you left to right on the floor before the brass doors. You want to use B, whoops, I think that's how it works. Play this on my own, I'll figure it out, but I'm recording right now, so I don't want to be... And there you go, it's open. BCOW. B-Cow. This is a Temple of Logic. Finally some music. Now... I can't remember how to get here, but I think I do remember the puzzle here in order to access the waters of logic. There's some automatons walking around, and we can talk to them. Like this one right here. I am number 1, my lord, and I am sorry. Thou must postpone thy meditations, for the key to the fountain room cannot be found. I fear that someone hath destroyed number 7, the keeper of the key. Number 7. Meditations. Thy search for logic can Thy search for logic can go no further until thou canst drink of the waters of logic. Until the key to the fountain room is found, no one may taste the pure waters of logic. Destroyed. I cannot make any accusations, but we are incapable of leaving our post. Something dire must have happened to number 7. I am restricted from taking action against any of my fellows, so it is up to thee to determine what hath befallen the keeper of the key. For my part, I can say that I was with number 2 and number 6, when last we saw number 7. This is actually kind of a fun puzzle from what I remember, so I'm going to write all that stuff down. So basically, number 7 was destroyed. So I'm going to put number 7 killed or destroyed. They're automatons. And that's number 1. Number 1 was with 2 and 6 when they last saw number 7. I think accuse means you accuse him, so I'm gonna say bye for now. Use thy logic. There's another Bane jail there too. And I believe logic is the counterpart of insanity. Yep. So logic is needed for a YOLO. Interesting they chose YOLO as the insanity host, with him being old, I guess. Because he did talk about how he would go insane if he knew Gwenno was dead and lost forever. I wonder if that was done on purpose. Accuse? I must warn thee, my lord, we are each sworn to protect the other. If thou hast accused me falsely, we shall attack thee. If thou hast spoken to each of us and hast determined that one of us is guilty, accuse accordingly, but be not hasty in thy judgment. Dost thou accuse me? No. I hope that thou dost find what hath happened to number 7, my lord. We cannot fulfill our duty without the key. Goodbye. Let's talk to this one. Thou mayest call me number 2, my lord. Okay, 2. I regret that thou canst not meditate, my lord. The strange mage hath damaged the temple, and the key to the fountain room is nowhere to be found. Batlin. He is a nasty-looking little man, my lord. He and his vile companions came in here without regard for the sanctity of the temple. Now hold up. Time out. How did Batlin get here past the ice blocks? Exactly. It's one of those game things, you know, where we needed the Guani horn to get past the ice blocks earlier. But those kind of rules are exempt from someone like Batlin. Or, and I just thought of this, maybe Batlin put all those people in the ice blocks that he hired, and they weren't there before. That could be a reason. It was shocking, I bet it was. Companions. I could not see them well, for the mage kept my fellows and I locked within an energy field, while he went about his evil work. All I can tell you is that there were 3 of them, and one was very large and went heavily cloaked. Damaged. The mage destroyed the prison container that it was our duty to protect. Why in the name of order he would ever do such a horrible thing, I do not know. Prison container, this thing. I do not know what great evil was contained there, my lord, but I know that it exhausted all of the Order Hierophant's magic to imprison it here. Who knows what ill is now loose upon the world? We kind of know. You're out there. Key. It is the duty of number 7 to keep the key to the fountain room. It hath been quite a while since we last saw number 7. All I remember is that I was with number 1 when last we saw number 7. I wonder where he hath gone. Ah. Okay. So 2 was with 1. So that checks out. Bye. Use thy logic, okay? I will. Talk. Number 7 hath abandoned his post. The key is gone. None shall seek the fountain to meditate again. Fountain. The fountain contains the precious waters of logic, pure and sweet and crystal clear. It is our duty to protect it from all who would muddy its waters. Name? Thou mayest call me number 4, my lord. Okay. 4. Abandoned. Why else would number 7 not be here unless someone hath destroyed him? If number 7 were fulfilling his duties, we would have the key to allow thee to meditate, as is our sworn duty. Last time any of us saw number 7, I was with number 2, and that was some time ago. With number 2. Okay. I guess he's the suspect. Also, you could totally, I think, just go ahead and accuse the wrong one and kill them all, destroy them all. And you can still access the waters, but let's try to solve this on my own. Thou mayest call me number 6, my lord. Long have we searched for the one who held the key to the fountain room, my lord. Now, number 1 was with 2 and 6. So let's see what he says. But number 7 hath disappeared and we are failures. Failures? Although the waters of logic are safe, without the key to the fountain room, we can no longer aid those who come seeking logic. Therefore, we have failed. Number 7. Number 7 was the keeper of the key to the fountain room, my lord. His was the greatest duty, to ensure that no one defiled the waters of logic. None of us has seen number 1 since the day that I was with number 1. Excuse me. None of us has seen number 7 since the day that I was with number 1. This story checks out. With number 1. So I'm checking that guy off, that automaton. Use thy logic. We have failed to protect the temple. We have failed to provide thee with solitude to meditate. And no one has seen number 7 in ages. I'm not worthy of my number 3. Where is number 7, the keeper of the key? He is probably innocent. Protect. That is the duty of my fellows and I, to protect the temple and assist those who come here to meditate on the pure waters of logic. And we have failed. We are doomed. We are doomed. Solitude. No one would interfere with thy communion with the waters of logic. Number 7. Something must have happened to number 7. Let me think. I was with Number 5, the last time any of us saw number 7. Okay, he was with number 5. And I forgot what his number was. Was it 3? I fear we may never find the key to the fountain room now. Let's say bye now. Number 3, yeah. 3 was with number 5. Considering how, emotional he is, he's probably innocent. Where is the justice in the world when a strange mage comes to destroy our temple and disrupt our peace? Where is the keeper of the key? Keeper of the key number 7. Perhaps the mage waylaid number 7 to steal the key. But no, that cannot be. For number 7 disappeared the day I was with number 3, before the strange mage came. I, forgot this guy's number. He was with number 3, though. Strange mage. He was a rude, fat man, my lord. I assumed he came seeking logic, but I should have realized that one such as he would not be interested in the clarity of logic. No, he just wanted the power of it. The Bane. Justice. There we go. Thou mayest call me number 5, for I no longer bear a mortal name. They did the ultimate word transfer. I surrendered that when I swore myself to eternal service at the fountain of logic. I am bound for all time and eternity in a body that will never age. Now I cannot fulfill my vows. Where is the justice in living forever with broken vows? Disrupt. Long ago, the Order Hierophant bound to force a great evil into a prison, and placed it here for us to guard. What peace is left for us here, guardians of an empty shell now that the mage hath loosed what once was captive? Force of great evil, insanity. I do not know what it was, my lord. I am sorry. It was not my place to ask if the Hierophant did not choose to tell me. I can only hope that the failure of my fellows and I hath not endangered the world too greatly. Well, about that. It's not too late, though. Okay. 5 was with number 3. So gotcha. But this one. Thou mayest call me number 6, my lord. We already talked to him. Bye. I think there were... Is there 7 total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 7th one is dead. Now we can walk around a little bit. That is... Can't click on it. It's probably a flower or something. Also, this isn't just decoration. That's the Order Serpent. Ice. Oh, it's locked. Right. Didn't see that. We need the, we need the key. That way we can go in here. We try to unlock it, it won't work because we don't have the key. Picking it doesn't work. So you can see, boom, boom, boom. Too bad. So sad. Oh. Wasn't there like... I must be misremembering. I could have sworn that there's other, like, downstairs and stuff in this temple. I guess I'm misremembering. I could have sworn we found the body to number 7 somewhere around here. I guess maybe later. Or number 7 could have been that destroyed automaton back in the ice caves. So there's 6 of them there. So let's... 1, 2, 3, 4... There's 6 total. So there's like 7 total here. If 7 was still functioning. Okay. Alright, so let's summarize. Number 1 was with 2 and 6. 2 and 6 claim the same thing. 4 says he was the number 2. And 3 says he was number 5. And that checks out with those 2. So 4 sounds like he's suspicious to me. So let's go talk to him. If old game. It doesn't say which one is number 4. 4 does not check out. Abandon. This is number 3, I'm assuming. Number 4. Ah. I'm accusing you. He warns me. Yes, I'm pretty confident it's you. What I thought saying? I was with number 2 when number 7 disappeared. That is a lie. I was with number 1 and number 6, not number 4. The odds caught me. Very well. The key is thine. I confess it was I that destroyed number 7, as I shall destroy thee. I should have been the keeper of the key all along. Number 7 was wrong not to give it to me. To the death. Oh no, he's attacking me. Oh boy, what am I gonna do? I guess I'm gonna press C and start attacking him in return. How about you? Now give me the key. It's a fun little quest. That hath made good use of thy logic, my lord. I would not have believed that one of our fellowship could have done such a thing. I thank thee for finding the traitor in our midst. Use the key to obtain the waters of logic. Thou hast well earned that honor. I think they all say the same thing. Yep. They did. Excellent. Open that. And we got this. Move one of the stones so that there are 2 straight lines of 4 stones that cross each other at the point of each line. Can't you just give me the darn key? This is like another puzzle here. Well, it's Temple of Logic, so it makes sense, right? Alright, so basically, that. I'll take the key. Here, whoops, like that. We're still cold even though we're inside, deep in here. That's okay. There we are. The Temple of Logic with the waters of logic flowing into the basin. Now we'll take... Okay, one's going to be for YOLO. Just in case. And we'll try this for Cantra. We'll see. Avatar, don't put your dirty fur boots in the water. It's disgusting. Okay, logic goes here. Alright, well, let's go back to, oh no. I gotta go back to Monk Isle real quick, but I gotta walk all the way back by myself. My goodness, there's no gate nearby. Oh well. Monk Isle, let's see if the logic waters will work on Cantra if we can find her. I hope she didn't like disappear on me. That would really stink. Oh well. Oh boy. You also don't really need to take off your fur stuff since we're going to be going all over Serpent, but I like to take it off in these regions since we don't need it. Just cause. It gets a little bit annoying later on though, when you're in dungeons. Later on in this game. Because it's still like cold even in a dungeon. Especially the last one, you still have to wear your fur boots and your fur cap and stuff. Okay, it's 9:43 and it only took us an hour and a half or so to complete the logic, the temple logic. The temples of logic, my goodness. But where's Cantra? Where is she? I want to try out the water on her, see if it works. There she is, hiding behind the wall. Okay, let's save. Also, she has extra lines when you talk to her in the original. They're actually pretty unhinged, and also very carnal, one of them, in a abusive kind of sense. You would expect that from a Bane, right? We're not seeing it now. I'm not sure if the Serpent Isle Fixes mod took it out, or if the script, you know, since it's scripted to go ahead and cure her in the SI Fixes. Maybe that's just the side effect of it. I will say if they actually did take out that line because they were uncomfortable with it, that's a little weak, even though it's probably understandable why they took that out. Stop going in and out, Cantra. I'm trying to help you out here. My goodness. Okay, logic. Use that on her. I feel tired, but I'm alright. My mind is full of awful dreams. Ah, saved me. I shall marry thee always. Knight. Good one. Same lines at the very beginning of the game. Father. Goblins. And these are just the same lines, I'm assuming. I'm not going to click the rest. Bless thee. And then she's cured. That was... in the original, it was easy for them to go ahead and cure her in the SI Fixes mod. Because her dialogue was already in the use code. So I guess it was a simple matter of just turning on the code, or however the guy did to, you know, fix her. Pretty cool. I do vividly remember her saying some pretty crazy stuff, though, in the original. If you played the original a lot, you know what I'm talking about. I've been doing much study, Reuben. There is much I must tell thee before the sand runs down the hourglass of fate. I think we already chose... I'm checking to see if there's new dialogue, but I don't think there is. Battlin's Deeds. Yeah, it's the same thing. Answer... and change subject and by. And I just remembered when I was recording the last part, remember how Gweno said Zenka's prophecies were very vague and hard to decipher? But in the beginning of the game, Karnax told Thoxa before their duel at the beach there, he said to Thoxa, he taunted her in a way, he says, Zenka's prophecies are crystal clear. But to Gweno it isn't. I thought that was funny. I don't know if that's an inconsistency or something like that. Okay, so we got one more Order Temple to go. I'm gonna go ahead and try to do it for this part. I don't think it's too long. If it is, I'll just go ahead and you know, close it while I'm doing it. Let's take the Logic Gate again, because the Ethicality Temple, we're gonna go there next, by the way. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. It's been almost an hour on my end, but I think a lot of stuff's going to be cut out. And I think it's actually kind of short. Logic was, well, if not for the journey to the Logic Temple. It's pretty deep in that ice cave, wasn't it? But speaking of Kantra, I got this thing where... I'm not going to say why they took out that line, if you know what the line I'm talking about. She says some pretty crazy stuff. Well, she was possessed by a Bane, her mind's twisted. It's more that... it's a thing that's kind of hard to talk about, you know, censorship. I just don't like stuff being taken out at all. If it was in the original game, keep it in the any future installments. Just to put a disclaimer out there, you know? That's why I said that was so lame. Not so lame, but it's a little lame. I try to give the benefit of the doubt a lot of the times. That maybe... that's just how she wouldn't say that if the code was done correctly. I have a feeling not, though. You know, if that makes any sense. But the Ethicality Temple is over here. Somewhere this way, according to the map that I'm looking at. There's also a lot of enemies along the way, because it's the Frozen North. Now, even in places like this, houses life. It's funny. And too bad we don't have the teeth to Ethicality. Oh well. I don't think we came across this temple, though. The last few parts ago. I'm slowing down, what the heck? Attack that leecher, whatever it's called. There it is. I think this is it. There's dire wolves. We'll attack them, because they're attacking us. I'm assuming they're dire wolves, by the way. They're not like wolf. Regular woofers. Oh, there's a chest here. And it's probably trapped. What the heck? It's locked. It's unlocked now. Just gotta destroy a trap. What a waste of time there. I thought that was the temple, but it's not. That's a bit over here, I think. I'm gonna have a long journey back to the Dark Path once I'm all done here. I'm looking at the map. The map is a little vague to me. I think this way. It says on the coast. There we go. This might be it. This might be it. Once we're done here, by the way, and we'll be in the next part, we gotta go to Ducio again. We also gotta go to Turizio. And we gotta go to someone who can give us the spell to trap souls in the Blackrock sword. This better be it. This is not it. What the heck? What the deuce? Let's go this way. Oh, you see what I mean about these enemies in the Frozen North? Is it? There we go. There is so many. Let's go this way. It's still on the coast, so let's try this way. Up, up, and away? I don't see it anywhere. What the heck? This is taking a little too long. This might stretch out the part a little bit more we go. This might be it. I hope so. This is the third temple. This is it. When you see a order snake, write that. That means the temple is nearby. As well as leopards, I guess. Well, now that we're here, let's look around, see what we can find. I see stairs there. We'll go down there in a few minutes. An empty basin. And a bucket if you missed a bucket. Snowy plant. Let's go down then. After fighting this leopard. Okay. Oh look. A skull on a totem pole. Someone was using this area. The basin's empty. We probably have to find a way to fill it up. I have a bad... There's 4 skulls here. That's a little suspicious. Ooh, serpent gate. I hope we find a serpent teeth here. I hope so. Ooh, a scroll that we can't read. Now we can. Those who desire to meditate need only kneel before the serpent. Oh, okay. Thou canst never teach a person anything. Thou canst only help him discover wisdom himself. Makes sense. Anything up here? Another scroll. On the topic of wealth and ethics, to be truly ethical, thou shouldst reject wealth. Wealth corrupts the soul. It does do so by placing a greater value upon goods and material possessions, rather than upon the anima, that is living matter or spiritual matter. Spiritual kinship should be established as early as possible instead of the numerous tentative efforts by parents and the various communities to establish a wealth kinship. Believing thou shouldst abide by rules of conduct, learning well and being of good rule and disposition, are what will make an ethical man of thee. Wealth turns too many men away from rules of conduct. Quickly enough, young men like thee become wastrels and haunters of alehouses, thereby losing their temporary possession, wealth, but above all losing their richest dowry, their only true wealth, their soul. Ethics will prevent thee from following that path. Reject wealth, my dear reader. Be most assured, brother, and be truly ethical. I hope I have convinced thee, for if so, I have saved thee. That's a clue. Oh. Broken bottles hurt you. Did that hurt the automaton? That's funny if it did. That is funny if it did. I suppose these are meditation mats here. Or rugs. 'Tis a wise man that doth know the contented man is never poor, whilst the discontented man is never rich. Okay? The ethical man obtains his strength through ethics, hence he is stronger as well as more daring. The ethical man will risk his life to save another man's life. Never, never surrender to thine enemies. Fight to the death, but do not abandon thine ethics. When a man finds no peace within himself, 'tis useless to seek it elsewhere. That's it, I think. Let's go this way. Yeah, I do remember this being kind of a short little test here. This is the last Temple of Order right here. A soldier's notes. The sheep all went to their deaths with smiles on their cursed faces. We pulled out their fingernails, seared their flesh with burning coals, peeled their skin back with rusty knives, gouged out their eyes with sharp sticks, and still they said nothing. We must have the answer. I cannot obtain the answer to my question now that they are all lie dead. Could there be any truth to the old one's claim that meditation leads to enlightenment? Whatever the answer may be, there is no time left. We must go. I have ordered the destruction of the temple. There must be no trace of the structure left. My goodness. Okay, we save, so we want to double-click on that. And now we're here, alone. I'm the educator here, Seeker. Hello, automaton. It is my task to determine how far thine ethicality hath already progressed before the test may begin. Dost thou wish to begin the test? I never chose no, but I imagine if you did, you just go back. Very well. Consider each question carefully before answering. Question 1. If thou didst come upon one who is sure to die, would it be ethical to risk death trying to save the doomed person? Would it be more ethical to flee before the same fate befell thee? You want to risk death. Thou art correct. Ethicality demands that thou must seek to preserve the life of others, as thou wouldst thine own. No man's fate is certain while he yet lives. Thine actions can change the course of fate. Question 2. If thou didst come upon a room of untold wealth, within a structure where thou didst not know if the owner lived, would it be ethical to take the money if thou wert in sore need? Or wouldst thou leave the money to possibly be used for evil ends? You want to leave the money. Thou art correct, Seeker. Thou wouldst have no idea what the money was to be used for. Ethicality demands that thou not takest anything without permission, no matter what the need. If thou wouldst stand in judgment of another, thou must be sure of thine ethicality. Finally, question 3. If thou art faced with the certainty of thy death at the hands of an unethical man, wouldst thou yield to him to save thy life? Or would ethicality demand that thou shouldst continue the struggle unto death? You want to continue. Thou art correct, and brave as well, Seeker. Thou dost know that yielding to evil is to admit the dominion of that evil. Ethicality demands that thou shouldst maintain thy virtue, and oppose evil, even at the cost of thy life. Thou hast answered well. Of all virtues, ethicality is often the most subjective and tenuous. Thou art worthy to begin the test. And I am here, and I am still kneeling. Avatar, you don't have to answer questions anymore. It's time to get up. Got a book. The path to wisdom lies before thee. If thy deeds are as virtuous as thy words, thou shalt not fail. You don't want to interact with anything here, I don't think. Like that chest there. This is a test. Nor that. Choose. Or let's double check just in case. That's logged. Let's go back to that. And here's a scroll. Translation. 2 torches, a bucket of water, and a whistle. I'm not going to take those. The other chest is locked. So I'm just going to leave it be. We got to choose here. Oh no! Oh, you're being burned alive! I better help you! Thou didst risk thy life. Thou art truly ethical. Is that it? There we go. Thou hast truly learned the ethicality of saving others. Thou art worthy to continue the test. Behold. A wise man knows that blood is more important than wealth. Oh, these are translation scrolls, that's why it's there. Divesting thy greed just bestows freedom. Okay. You can have that then. Oh no, 70 gold. What am I gonna do? It's not like I can just create more. Don't want to take these, because that's bad. I hope those don't hurt. Not even sure if it's better just to not look at them. I think it's just a straight shot this way. Oh. Ah, I forgot, yeah. You know, for some reason I thought there were going to be more pedestals. Like I said, many parts ago, many times, my memory of the last half of the game is fuzzy. You know. So you want to put these here. I hope it's not too late. Go here. Get rid of all your wealth, and go back this way. All the way to the end. And I'm also gonna hurt pretty bad. I got no health. I thought it'd be like a pedestal one after the other for some reason. Oh well. Made it though. Thou hast learned to value ethicality over money. Thou art worthy to continue the test. Behold. Was this always here in the original? Oh no. Who cares? Ah, Batlin, I thought I killed you, or the Banes killed you. Well, 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 if it isn't the Avatar. Fool, thou didst think me dead, but now it is time for thee to die. Oh, I at you then. Thou art no match for me. Thou art nearly dead, Avatar. Yield to me, and perhaps I shall spare thy life. Dost thou yield? Nope. Damn thee. Thou hast retained thy virtue. The very essence of ethicality flows within thine heart. I congratulate thee, Seeker. Thou hast accomplished what many have failed to do. Alright. Nothing new there. Let's get our automatons back. Is this one YOLO, or that's the Shamino automaton equipment and all that? Oh, I got gold in my hands. What the heck? Oh, I hate it when the game does this. My goodness. Equip that. Give me the axe. Give me the jawbone. Really stinks when all this stuff is, all that stuff does that. It's like, oh well, you know. That there. We don't need this book anymore, but I'll keep it. We'll put it back at the dark path. I'm not taking any of the ones in here, that's too many. Is that everything? I don't need that stuff. Double check. Don't lose anything. I hate losing stuff in games. Also, I got Dellen's Frelly Scroll. Put that away. We don't need it anymore. And, yeah, okay. Probably give story stuff to Mr. Boydon. That way, save some room there. Now, once we go up, we should see the waters. You know, up top. We don't have the serpent teeth for that, so I must have missed it. Oh well. Here's the water, though. You want to, of course. I got these mixed up, excuse me. Okay, we got to discipline. One logic, because I thought discipline was for cantrip, but I guess not. It's logic. It's one up, leopard. Wonderful. Hey, not in the water. Why do I have to put enemies near the basin like this? I'm trying to gather the waters of ethicality here. My goodness. Okay. Let's get another one. Wrong one. Wait, I don't need another one, don't I? Oh well. Did it automatically, I suppose. Okay, let's take stock real quick. We got one discipline. That's for, we pray. We got one ethicality. That's for, I'm messing up already. Ethicality is for anarchy. Ethicality is for Shamino. So we got one discipline for Dupre, ethicality for Shamino, and logic for YOLO. And we don't need... I don't think we needed another one. Got mixed up in my head a little bit earlier. It's getting to be almost over an hour right now. But let's go back to the dark path. We can go downstairs and actually use the Serpent gate instead of walking all the way back. Gonna take a little trip to the dark path so I can drop some stuff off and clear our inventory. Where am I gonna put this stuff? Okay, let's heal our guys. And it's currently 12 in the afternoon. Just reached afternoon time. So, the next part, we gotta go to Moonshade, find the Soul Trap spell, talk to Ducio, and then after that, we're gonna go visit the Banes in each town and see what they did over there.